What's up, everybody? Josh McCarty here. Now I'm going to take you through my 8-step process of how I edit a podcast in Davinci Resolve. So I have a podcast called Code of the Beast, and I film everything. I do all the pre-production and the post-production. And you know, when you do everything yourself, you have mistakes in there. So wait till the end, and I'm going to show you a cool trick that you can do if you need to get something out of the background if you left it in there. So the first step is organization and importing your files. So I use two Panasonic cameras, a G87 and a Panasonic S5 II, and I put them all here in the folder. So I have it in the footage folder, then I have the audio in a separate folder. I have the Rode Interview Pro and the Rodecaster Duo right here, and open up Davinci. Code of the Beast here. All right. So I want to go to master. I want to go to footage. I have my Code of the Beast folder already here. If you need to create a folder, you just right click, hit new bin, and it'll create a folder for you. I'm going to go back to my footage. You're going to drag and drop the footage in the Code of the Beast. Then I'm also going to get the audio from this as well. I'm going to use the Rodecaster audio. So I have a stereo mix, and I have the audio just from my mic and the audio just from the host mic. So I'm going to bring both of those in, give you a little bit more flexibility here. And I have this audio folder here, but the reason that I'm putting it all in the same folder is because we're doing a multicam clip. So now I'm going to go to timelines, hit Command N, open a new timeline. We're going to call this Code of the Beast. Great. And that's the first step done. So the second step is we're going to do the multicam. We're going to sync all the audio and sync the video together. So we're going to go to the Code of the Beast folder. You're going to right click everything here and select create new multicam clip using selected clips. We wasn't using time code. I'll change this to Code of the Beast. We're going to change this down to sound. Go ahead, create, and Davinci Resolve is going to automatically sync all the audio to the video clips. So now we have the multicam clip created up here, and we're going to want to bring this down here. I know you're saying we can't see anything, so all you got to do is go to the inspector, get that out of the way, and you see these two windows here. You're going to click that, and it's going to bring up two windows. Then you navigate here, click on this, go to multicam. Then as you scroll, you see we have both of the footage from both angles. Now the important thing to do here, this is an important step. If you just start cutting from here, it's probably going to use the in-camera audio. So what you want to do is go to the multicam clip in your bin, right click, and then click open the timeline. So this is an important step here. So when you go to the multicam, you open it up in the timeline, we're going to see two different audio tracks, or four. And we're not going to want to use the bottom two because that's the in-camera audio, and that doesn't sound good. So we're going to delete both of those here. Now we can see we have the video tracks and the audio tracks, but we have to make sure that the video track from my angle is lining up to the audio track from my angle. So we're going to solo this. This is on audio 1 and mine's on audio 4. Let's see if this is mine.
They just don't. So, yeah.
Starting off until okay, so we can see audio track 2 is mine. So we're gonna want to bring mine down to audio 2. Just click on your video and bring it down to video 2. And that means we want to bring the guest mic all the way down to audio track 1. And hold shift so it doesn't move left or right. Now, if we disable mine here and we solo audio 1, this should be the guest mic.
That works. We used it last night.
See,
guys.
so we got that. So now when we go back to the multicam and start editing and start making changes, it'll automatically follow the audio. So now that we're done with step 2, we're gonna move on to step 3. We have everything synced in Davinci. We have my sound with my video clip, and we have the guest sound with his video clip. So now we're gonna go through the process and start shaping the story. And if we find that the host or myself was going on a tangent, we can cut all that out. We can cut all the pauses, the ums, the ahs. And that's one of the good things about filming yourself and editing yourself. That if you say something that you don't want in it, you can take it out. So now we're just gonna go through the process of cutting the footage and shaping the story. All right, so now we're moving on to step 4, and we've already cut up all the clips. We shaped the story how we wanted to. So step 4 is color correction. So if you color correct from the multicam clip that you cut up, you're gonna have to copy and paste each of those styles and each of those adjustments to every clip, and that's gonna be time consuming. So to prevent having to do that, all you have to do is go to the original multicam clip again, click open in timeline, then we can make adjustments to each of these clips right here. So we have this clip, we want to color, go to the color page. I have a little LUT that I'm just gonna throw on it. Bring this over here, bring that over there. And you can see now that the clips is colored on both. And if you go back to the original timeline, we can see that that color grade has went to every clip. So that's just a hack you can use, a tip that you can use to color grade. All right, so now for the cool tip that I told you I was gonna tell you. So if you can see in this shot, I still have the wires here because again, I was filming everything myself and I was doing everything myself. So I forgot about this, but I knew I could fix it in post. So we have this here. You're gonna wanna stay in the opening timeline clip. You do not wanna go back to the timeline here to make these adjustments. Otherwise, you're gonna have to do it to every clip. So go back to the timeline clip, open the timeline. You're gonna wanna go to the Fusion page. Stop crying, it ain't that hard. So you go to the Fusion page, hit shift space, type in paint, and you have your paint node here. So once you have your paint node, just click on this brush here, go to opening your inspector, and you're gonna go to this option here that says clone. It has different tools. You're gonna click on the clone stamp. So when you click on the clone, now you can go in. You can open and make the brush smaller or bigger like this here. Use the middle down mouse click to move around here, and you want to go up here. So you want to find an area that's similar to the area that you want to clone out, and you hold option and you click with your left click, and you can see that red X. So anywhere you paint is going to sample from that red X. Then you just go down like this and you paint away. You scroll down, you paint away. Paint away, paint that line away here. Go up, make sure it looks good. All right, now you want to go to the other side because I have this here too. Now you can hold option, click right here, and you just go paint away. Paint away. Again, close, make the brush a little bit smaller. Hold command and mouse click to zoom in. And you just paint away. Get to the blue, we want to sample from this blue area. And you just paint away. I want to make the brush a little bit bigger here. Go down here, option, paint away, paint away, paint away. Now, you can see that the wires are gone. And the beautiful thing about this is, if you go back to the timeline, you can see everywhere I am on here that the wire is gone. And you don't have to do any tracking or anything. And you see I can fix it a little bit more down here, but I'm just showing y'all how to do it. Now I'll go back and fix that later. So now that we're done with the color grading and the VFX work, now we're gonna go to the sound design. And this is the easiest part because Davinci has a built-in tool that you can use. So you're gonna wanna set in and out points. You hit I here, go there, hit O. Then you wanna go to timeline, AI tools, audio assistant. Click on YouTube. If you're doing it for Netflix or something else, or you need something specific, you can go here. But I'm publishing this to YouTube, so I'm using YouTube. Hit auto mix. And this is gonna add crossfades to all the cuts so you don't hear that popping when the camera angle changes. It's gonna lift and level out all the audio, and it's gonna add that AI voice isolation as well. So we're just gonna wait and let Davinci do its thing. So now that that's done here, this is one of the most important steps as well. Step number 6 is you're gonna want to review it. So that means going through everything again, watching it in full screen. You can hit Command F on a Mac, and you're gonna want to watch the whole podcast from beginning to end to make sure it sounds the way you want it to sound and looks the way you want it to look. So I'm gonna do that now. Then I'm also gonna find clips that I can use to edit to put in the beginning for an intro. Now, once you're done editing your story, you're done coloring it, you're done doing the sound design, you already reviewed it to make sure that it looks like how you want it to look. Now we're gonna go to the export. And this is the best part. Click on deliver. We're gonna call this code of the beast DB for my host name. Gonna pick a location for this. Code of the beast YouTube episode, that's fine. Go down here, make sure it's on MP4. H.264 is good. Timeline resolution, we don't want to use that because we bought these expensive cameras. We filmed in 4K, so we want to export in 4K. So we're gonna go down here to 3840 by 2160. That's fine. Advanced, I'll leave that how it is. If you have subtitles, you're gonna want to check this box here and click on burn into video. But we don't have any subtitles, so we're gonna uncheck that. Hit add to render queue. Then we're gonna hit render. Then we're just gonna render everything out. So that is how you edit a podcast in Davinci Resolve using my 7, 8, 9-step method. And if you like these videos, please like, subscribe. It's free. And I'll see you next time.